3, 2,
Right.
1.
You're listening to 91.7 KPSU, Goodwill, Oklahoma. Ty Fly and the Doug Bug Show.
Again without Daddy Dave, but eventually he'll show up.
And you know what? We brought pizza today to try and,
Lure him here.
lure him here. Didn't work.
Apparently choir much more important.
I mean, we went and got the good pizza too. We went to 54 and got the good stuff.
So
Sad news. Let's get over to sports, and let's talk about Olympics. And I don't know how much you like to stay along with the Olympics, but the danger that this Olympics has exposed, first starting off last Friday with the eluger dying on the course, and then go into this week's action where 4 women crashed in the downhill portion, and then of course, American favorite Vaughn in last night's competition crashed. Her crash was, understandable. But everyone else's, it was course problems. All of it has been the courses are too dangerous.
they're trying to make it more difficult for these competitors, but at what cost? People are going to get hurt trying to compete on these courses. I mean, before it's unheard of to hear all these people getting hurt and dying. So,
and if you saw last night's performance where Pearson, she competed in the super combo, which includes the downhill portion. The day before on the downhill, she crashed and she had deep gouges. She had bruises. She was doubtful until her run time that she was going to run. And then she did run. And at the end, she was very emotional about completing this course that yesterday, I mean, it could have took her life if she hit stuff wrong.
Yeah. They should, change the course.
Well, what they did was they trimmed down the hill that everyone was jumping off of and not landing right.
Well, it's more than the hill, though. It's the whole part of the course design as a whole. I mean, these courses, before it looked pretty easy and it was about speed. Now it's more about if you survive, you're probably going to win the gold.
Well, then you go back to the luging competition. You had split things from everyone. You had some luger saying, you know what, the guy, he just wasn't skilled enough. He shouldn't have been here. This is his problem, and now we're suffering because of his actions. And there was others that said, yeah, this course is dangerous. And everybody messes up. And even you go with the luging organization that, controls it, they're like, 99% of people don't wreck on this course. Well, this is the same group that said, this course should only allow 85 mile an hour speeds. When that guy wrecked, he was going 98 miles an hour. That's not safe.
They probably tested it on with their staff, and they probably took their time. Because Olympians fly down the course. Because it's about time. Time gives you everything. So.
No, that's the competition. Who gets to the finish line first wins.
But when they probably did not Olympic competitors to test it out.
Probably most likely past Olympic competitors. But still, it's kind of just one of those situations. And then we like to talk a lot about hockey, and it's going to be an exciting Olympic hockey.
Especially with yesterday, Canada getting upset.
No, Canada didn't get upset.
They
won in a shutout, or in the shootout,
but
thanks to Sidney Crosby. It was Russia that got upset by Slovakia. I can't even say it right now. Slovakia. There we go.
That works.
By 2-1. Russians were definitely a favorite. They're going to have to fight just to make medal rounds.
I mean, in my mind, it was Russia and Canada for the tops for the gold. With Russia losing, I think the U.S. has a good chance.
Well, Canada, they had to go up against a very tough defensive mind Switzerland team. And that team, even United States struggled with a little bit. They only beat them 3-1.
But we should have been 3-0. But
And I watched that game, and you could tell that they struggled a lot on offense. The Americans did. But now going back to yesterday's game against Norway, which the United States just crushed them.
they had their way. I saw the highlights. I mean, we controlled the puck.
That's all it was controlling the puck. And how do you keep Ovechkin and Sidney Crosby from scoring?
Controlling the puck.
You don't give them the puck. If they don't have the puck, they can't score.
Because they're not known for their defense. They're known for offense.
Exactly. And, it was some great passing. I mean, you heard me say, around the goal one timer. I mean, that was awesome.
Almost like a wraparound.
It was set up to be a wraparound.
But
then there's an open guy. Might as well pass him the ball and let him score. And I mean, that's just how it was. It was perfect passing, perfect execution. And that's saying a lot for, a lot of these names on Team USA are not names you recognize.
At least,
except for the star Malone.
At least they play as a team. Because no individual on this team can carry them. I mean, for them to be successful, they have to play together and get the open guy the puck to score. So.
And also, we're going to pull up the medal count here on our computer here. The United States are in the lead. They had an excellent day the other day with, Vaughn winning the gold, Shaun White winning the gold, Davis winning the gold. All in one day. I think they won 3 of the 6 golds handed out that day. And that's what you got to do to be in the lead of the medal count. As we pull it up, and United States leads with 18 goals. 18
total
medals.
6 gold, 5 silver, 7 bronze.
Germany's behind them with 11.
4 golds, 4 silvers, and 3 bronze.
Norway third, 3-3-2 with the total of 8. And my pick, which has turned out to be a bad one, Canada at 4th with 7.
My pick's turning out. Look who's on top. But Canada and U.S. and Norway, at the end, when the thing gets closer down to the end, should be at the top. But
well, and let's see who wins, the big medal that's going to be, it's only going to be a number as far as the medal count goes, but it's going to be a huge motivator is the hockey gold.
It'd be a moral victory if the U.S. wins.
Talking about NBA trade week.
The happiest thing is, Amari Stoudemire did not get traded from the Phoenix.
That's exactly my favorite thing too. Butler goes to the Mavs. McGrady goes to the Knicks. Jameson with the Cavs. It seemed like the Washington Wizards just gave away everyone.
Yeah. They lose arenas, then they give up the only people they had left.
Butler, Jameson, Hayward, they all left the team.
So, the Knicks might start winning games now.
Well, and they also picked up another player, and I can't remember his name right now. The Knicks are going to be there. What the Knicks did, though, was they opened a lot of salary cap for the offseason. Obviously, their number one guy on their pick to go after in the offseason is LeBron James. And they're going to have a cap room of $30 million to do it.
So, they can afford. Tracy McGrady and LeBron James, I don't think that's going to work out too well. Because they basically play at the same position. Small forward / power forward.
I think it could work. I just worried that McGrady's not going to be good enough. I mean, he's kind of fallen off of that map.
But McGrady, he always plays defense.
And we'll definitely get to see how does Jameson work with LeBron coming up.
Yeah. And surprisingly, Boston didn't get rid of Ray Allen for a couple shooters.
Because Ray Allen is a shooter.
But they're trying to get 2 and 1 free money, but they asked for way too much. So did the Suns, but for the Suns, that's a good thing.
Well, we will go to a song break now. We'll come up, wrap up a little bit, and
talk about Tiger Woods.
exactly. So we'll be back here in a bit.